I could not open firewall DR mode. Okay, close this. Go to run and open firewall, that CPL, and we have stopped that firewall. Right. Just active means on the firewall, that CPL. Turn Windows Firewall on or off on the left-hand side. Click on that and select on button Turn on Firewall for both. Yeah, why? So actually this tool will connect in a public network. So in case, if you install vaults in a cluster, then those two walls will connect in a private network. Okay, but doesn't it mean that if we turn on the firewall, the port should be disabled? Which port? 1858? I don't know. I think no, sir, because on the port just a service is running. So if the firewall will turn down, nothing will happen. Do one thing, click on cancel. Okay, now go to advanced settings. On the left-hand side, open inbound and outbound and see what are all blocked and there is no items because this is a new default. Go back and power on that firewall and see again this advanced settings. Yeah, I'll just close and reopen. Maybe okay. No once. Go to your production vault and see anything showing in the advanced settings. Here it's turned on, I suppose. Yeah, turned on, no need to close. Just click on advanced settings and see anything. Okay, I think yeah. DB Firm Firewall. Maximize this. But this should be automatically configured for themselves, right? Go to right side. On Edge 5. Okay, I think on the other server we haven't started private. Yeah, private server was not running. Maybe due to that reason it is not showing any firewall rules. So if you start the private server service, then only the DB firm will come into picture, then it will show all the rules. I think yeah, we'll check that. Go back to your DR vault. Now start the DR service. Stop again right now, it will run. Okay, now go back to your log file and see it will trigger a full replication from your primary to DR. But we didn't make any changes to PADRINI, right? Not required, it is that failure mode equal to no only means this vault will act as a DR. Okay. So if you start the disaster recovery service, what it will do? it will start replicating the data from your production to DR Vault. So it triggered a full backup, so it is replicating saves. Yeah, close this and again reopen. It will show a replication completed kind of message. So if we failover mode is no and if I still start the disaster recovery service, so that means it will continuously keep having a copy of the primary vault, right? Yeah, okay, so disaster recovery service will keep on running. Correct, but at the same time, at a very frequent interval, it will still go back and try to replicate everything from the primary vault, right? Yeah, so every 1 hour it will trigger that replication, data replication, and for every 5 minutes it will refresh the configuration files. Okay, and what will happen if I change it to yes and maybe try and restart the service? If you change it to us, might be it will. So you are saying, like if you change it to this and if you start the DR service, yeah, it will run. We'll try. We'll try later. I will tell you. Okay, so this parameter will automatically change to us. Once we trigger the failover, automatic failover, then this parameter will change automatically to us. Okay, so at that moment we'll try to start the disaster recovery service and you can see whether it is running. So what we are trying to say is, replication mode is on, failover mode is also on. Enable failure equities means we configured this vault as an automatic failover. Okay, so something happens to a primary DR. Primary vault. Yeah, our intervention, our service will be terminated on the DR vault and private server service will be started on the DR vault. So that is automatic failover. So, in case, if you want to configure automatic failover, then this parameter should enable failure equal to S. Okay. So here it is still a manual failover mode. No, automatic 1 enable or failover equal to S means automatic failover. Okay. Then you can understand, is this how it will be in the production as well? Yeah, okay, we'll do that failover, then you will get some clarity. Yeah, close this file and go back to logs and see once verify that it's running successfully. When it got replicated, 915. So we'll wait for 2 more minutes. Then every 5 minutes it will replicate the config files. So it will. After refreshing that configuration files, then we trigger a failover. So here what we need to do, we need to go to our production vault and stop the private server service. So means we are doing some kind of DR, so we are stopping our production vault and automatically our DR vault will be up and running. Means because we have meanwhile. Can you start your component server? Okay. I think something wrote.